Children, I've already explained what exactly is happening at 0 degrees Celsius. Now, at 0 degrees Celsius, water is going to be existing in two different states: ice, as well as that is a solid, as well as water, which is a liquid. So, at 0 degrees Celsius, water exists both in the solid as well as in the liquid form, and below 0 degrees Celsius or below the melting point, it is going to be existing only in the solid state. Now at point B, all the solid has been converted into water. We are supplying heat continuously. As we supply heat continuously, the temperature begins to rise, and it keeps on rising till 100 degrees Celsius, which is the point at which water is going to start boiling. So let's mark this as point C, 100 degrees Celsius, the point at which the liquid boils and goes into the gaseous state. Now at this temperature again, although we are continuously supplying heat energy, the temperature will not show any kind of an increase. Now at point C, let's mark this heat energy as Q3. And another point, let's take this D, mark it as Q4. Now between these 2 points, water is going to be existing again in two different states: the liquid state as well as the gaseous state, gaseous in the form of steam. Now we are continuously supplying heat energy to it, but the temperature is not increasing. So what is this heat energy doing? It is breaking the forces of attraction which are present between the liquid molecules. When the forces of attraction, they break due to the increase in the kinetic energy, the particles are going to vibrate, and when they vibrate with a lot of speed, the forces of attraction are going to break and they are going to fly away in all direction, and that is the gaseous state. So till there is even a small amount of water here, the temperature will not show any kind of increase. Once the temperature, once all the water has gone into the gaseous state or has become steam, it will then start showing an increase in the temperature. Now between these 2 points, when the heat energy supplied did not increase the temperature, but what was it doing? It was changing the state. It was again, the heat energy here was hidden in the particles of the liquid, and that particle, the liquid particles, they were absorbing all the heat energy and increasing their kinetic energy, breaking the forces of attraction, and changing their state to the gaseous state. So this, at these 2 points, the heat energy here, this is known as latent heat of vaporization. Latent heat of vaporization. Now why vaporization? Because if you see over here, the liquid is going into the gaseous state, and this is known as vaporization. So therefore the latent heat of vaporization. And if we have to define latent heat of vaporization, we would say that it is the amount of heat energy which is required to change 1 kilogram of liquid into the gaseous state at what? At the boiling point of the liquid and at atmospheric pressure. So I hope this is clear. Now carrying this forward, there are certain things which we are going to observe here. Now at 0 degrees, we have particles of both ice as well as water. Now, which particles do you think are going to have more energy? Yes, you guessed it correct. The water particle here, the water particles are going to have more energy. Why? Because they have absorbed all this heat energy, that is the latent heat of fusion. They have absorbed the energy, and so therefore the water particles at 0 degrees will have more energy. And hence, if we have to explain a concept of that at 0 degrees, which will produce more effective cooling, ice or water? Which will produce more cooling? Yes, it is ice, because water has got more energy in the form of latent heat of fusion. Now, similarly, if we come here at 100 degrees Celsius, we have got both liquid particles as well as the gaseous particles. Which are going to have more energy? The liquid particles or the gaseous particles? Yes, it's going to be the gaseous particles. Why the gaseous particles? Because the liquid particles, they absorb this heat energy, the latent heat of vaporization. They absorb it and are converted into the gaseous state. So therefore, the gaseous particles will have more heat energy. Another question here. Accidentally, if boiling water spills on your hand, or steam comes in contact with your hand, which is going to produce more severe burns? Of course, it is steam. Why steam? Because the particles of steam, although they are at 100 degrees Celsius like boiling water, but they have got more energy, so they are going to produce severe burns. I hope this topic is now clear, and I'll be posting the assignment questions, the answers to which are very much there in the video. So you will write down the answers to those questions, and the whole class this time will post the answers in my personal window by 5 p.m. in the evening. Thank you and have a wonderful day.